one of the reasons I made this film was because I had done a TV series which brought me to Canada before, and I was always struck by how similar two locations actually are. The west of Ireland, in terms of its geography and topography, is very similar to some regions of the kind of Northern Territories, that part of Canada, and the Yukon, where the gold was discovered. Our film takes place over the course of a year. We follow the Connollys. They leave from Montana and they arrive in Dominion Creek in about 1897, and then our film brings them into the summer of 1898. So we ended up having to transform the town at a certain point in the shoot, because a couple of big events happen. There's a church gets built by one of the brothers, who's one of our characters, Porrick Connolly, but also a fire breaks out and burns down the saloon that one of the brothers is invested in. So to facilitate that changeover, we left the town after we'd shot out the first part of the film, went to our interiors and came back when they had transformed it into this later stage. I was looking around for a project that we could do in the Irish language, because I had built up a great relationship with Daithi Keane. They were interested in developing something, but I didn't want to try and do something. I think a lot of the time you try and shoehorn Irish into something, it doesn't really feel like it fits. So I wanted to find an environment where the Irish was legitimately used. Eventually we found this great location in Oughterard, which was actually, because one of the other big parts of our film is that there's certain sequences set in a mine. So we started investigating mines, and there's a mine outside Galway in Glengowla, which is it was a disused mine, and during the recession, the guy who owns the land ended up digging out the entire mine and opening it as a tourist attraction. So it's now, as it would have been, it was originally used in the 1850s, so it was perfect for us. And we ended up using that location for our mine interiors, and then on his land also, he had a big farm, we decided that we would build our town there. The town kind of goes around a U like this. And we also, in terms of the style of the piece, we wanted to be able to use the town as much as we could. So we didn't want just facades like you would normally get in your typical Hollywood Western. We wanted to make the town functional. So we built 360-degree buildings that you could walk in, around, and in and out of. So some of our sets were practical sets built up there on location. Making the town took about 2 months, I would say, if not more, in terms of the amount of, and there was a lot of carpenters out there working full time to do that. And then we built our interior sets separately. They were some of the larger, like for example the Golden Nugget Saloon, which is our main saloon, that was a 2-story structure. So it wasn't feasible to make that on location. So we built that as an interior set in a studio. It was an ambitious project to do for the time and money we had. And fair play to the team we put together, they really pulled it off, you know.